Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of Saturday Morning Coffee with Back to Basics Dog Trading. Needed that this morning. So, good morning and welcome. For those of you who know me or don't know me, I'm Leon. I'm the trainer here over at Back to Basics Dog Training, and each and every Saturday morning at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, I bring you this live free dog training Q&A session where all your dog training questions that you have will get answered. There are no questions off limits, guys. Good morning, Judy and Hal. Hopefully the puppies are watching too. So good morning, good morning. And again, for those of you who been watching, please put your comments in. Let me know you're watching. Let me know where you're watching from. If you're watching now live or later on the replay, put your comments in. It does the heart good. Also, I started doing a Tuesday evening, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, same platform, new audience, hopefully, and hopefully we'll get some viewers on that one too. Quick question: do male pups chill out after they get neutered? Yes and no. To me, the chill out is still behavioral. Will they chill out? Some do. No doubt in my mind that some definitely will chill out. Where I notice it more from behavioral issues when a male gets neutered, the dominant tendencies that they have, the testosterone drive they have, that will get reduced over time. It does not happen. It's not a miracle where if they've already started exhibiting testosterone drive or, dominant tendencies, it's not going to go away the moment they're neutered. As far as calming them down from excitement, I don't feel it does. Personally, I don't see it. I've worked with enough dogs that excitement is a behavioral issue. People have to learn how to disagree with the dog getting excited, um, and rewarding them for being calm. And they can't learn to be calm, one, guys, if you're not calm. If you're not going to be calm, they're not going to be calm. That's hence where I came up with the 4 C's of dog training: calm, confidence, consistency, gets control. Vet recommended CBD and hemp. It works. Be very, very careful. Make sure if people do get CBDs or hemps or anything like that, please make sure they are animal safe. There are some out there that are not, especially the type that go into diffusers and stuff like that. Hello, Michelle. Um, you know, um, from what I've heard, some of these oils that go into the diffusers are not good. I am not an expert on it, guys. I do know they are dog friendly ones. So please, please, please do your research before doing it. Judy, if you're talking about her being him being real, some CBD oils can elevate kidney values. Okay, that's something I didn't know. Thank you for putting that in there, Michelle. Guys, if the dog is exhibiting excitement, good morning, Nancy. Excitement, vets are going to push CBD oils, doggy downers, or whatever. Excitement is a behavioral issue that can be fixed without intervention of chemicals or oils or anything like that. It's knowing that if you're working with an excitable dog, keep your dog on a leash pretty much 24/7 when you're around it. And when it starts exhibiting the excitement, disagree, make a leash correction with a firm no or nope. Breathe in the roses, blow out the candles. And then when you see that state of mind change from I'm excited, yay, to okay, now what? Good. I had the privilege of, when I was walking Zoe yesterday, a gentleman in our community here has a 8-month-old lab puppy, black lab, beautiful dog. Holy crap, is it spring wire? It's tight, man. It's excitable. It's up on its hind paws, doing like what you would expect from like a poodle or something, trying to get at me, trying to get at Zoe out of total excitement. And then when it can't get there, it'll start digging the grass and it'll eat the grass and it'll do all this type of stuff. And he was using treats and he was getting momentary focus with the treats, but it wasn't lasting because as soon as the dog ate the treat, went back to doing what it was doing. So I asked if I can borrow his leash and work with his dog a little bit because, we want to have a conversation and the dog was making it uncomfortable for us to have a conversation. So I took the leash. Dog, of course, went excitement crazy. I made a very firm correction with a firm no, and it took twice. Dog sat down and was like, okay, now what do you want me to do? But when it looked at me after I made the correction, you can still see the way it was looking at me, head up, and it was almost quivering with excitement. So I couldn't praise it. I had to wait till I saw that relaxation. Good. And then I rewarded it. Of course, what happened? It got excited as soon as I started trying to pet it. I popped the leash again, said nope. And it took probably about 15 minutes for the dog to understand the only way he was going to get the affection he wanted from me was in a calmer state of mind. And it got to the point where when I first met him with Zoe, Zoe would not, she would sit because she's a good dog, but she would not relax. Within that 15 minutes, Zoe just laid down because she understood, okay, I don't have to worry about this dog pouncing on me or doing anything to me. She was able to relax, which helped her. Of course, and it helped. Her being so calm definitely helped the other dog. So, guys, excitement is something you need to learn to disagree with. Doggy downers, will they work? Yeah, but I don't want a stone dog. CBD oils and some of that stuff probably will work too. I've never tried it. Never needed it, never tried it. I've heard some success stories from it. Like I said, thank you for letting me know that some CBD oils can elevate kidney values, and that's never a good thing. So if you do put your dog on, have CBD oils around, please make sure you schedule regularly schedule blood work with the vets to check those, kidney functions to make sure there's no issues going on being created. But you are allowed to disagree with the excitement to learn to reward the calm. And I know Judy and Hal, you guys, because last time I was up there in August, I met the pup, and you guys were on the right path for it. There were some things that the trainer you're working with said that I don't necessarily agree with, but that's okay. It was working. If you find that theory of disagree, walk around in circles isn't stopping it, just slow everything down. Slow everything down. Take the time. Neutering might help a little bit, but I don't know if it really works on excitement. That's just my opinion. So I hope that answered the question. If not, shoot me a text. I'll give you a call. We'll do a FaceTime or something. I miss you guys anyway. So I had the privilege of evaluating a dog. I'm going to start working with the dog next weekend, I believe. I think it's next weekend. Who the phone call I got, they've gone to had other trainers evaluate the dog, and the dog is showing territorial tendencies. And I'm like, okay. So I went there the other evening, whatever it was, and I didn't tell them to put the dog on a leash. I didn't, I just walked in, knocked on the door. I didn't just walk in, and this dog, by look, if you just looked at it, didn't look at anything else but what it was doing, you would say this dog is aggressive. Good morning, Jackie. You would say this dog is aggressive. It was snarling. You saw the teeth. You saw it was coming forward, sort of like kind of. But when I started and I used my training bag that anybody who's I've ever been in your house knows I carry my training bag as a blocker to keep the dog at a distance. And this dog was just going crazy. I mean, it was on a 0 to 10 scale, it was about an 8 and 9. I mean, this dog was nuts. But what I noticed, and what other trainers apparently did not notice, because the dog is aggressive, the dog is whatever. The dog is insecure. Guys, it was an insecure pack leader. It felt it was its job to control. But what the funny thing is it's really not so much that dog. She has another dog that's a happy-go-lucky, goofy dog that's just a ball of energy. And really what that dog was showing me is it didn't like that excitement from the other dog, and it didn't know what to do, and nobody was controlling the other dog, and I gotta think it's directed towards this person coming in, so I gotta not a hot mess, Courtney. This is gonna be fun, and you're doing a great job. By the way, Courtney who just piped in, so I wasn't gonna mention names, but now I am because you popped in. Um, Courtney sent me, we did our evaluation. Of course, you guys know me. I love what I do. So during my evaluation, I tend to give a lot of information in a very short period of time. And Courtney's running with it. She sent me some videos yesterday, and it was really, really good to see. I think it was yesterday or the day before. I don't know. This week has been a whirlwind for me, guys. Um, and within a day, she started getting better control of her dog. She's mastering the walk. She's doing a great job. So when I get there next week, Courtney, you're going to be ahead of the game, and we're going to make this so much fun, and the dogs are going to enjoy it. And we're going to fix both of those issues: the excitement and the insecure. And my interpretation of the dog is it's an insecure pack leader. It has a job, and like I told Courtney, we need to fire this dog. Mom and Dad are coming too. We are ready. I am so stoked to help Mom and Dad, and of course you, and get everybody on the same page so we can do our 4 C's of dog training: calm, confidence, consistency equals control. And when I say consistency, guys, it's not you doing the same thing day in, day out. Yes, it is, but it's every member of the pack who's involved with the dog has to do the same thing and believe in my theology of your energy is what you're going to control with that calm energy. Everybody needs to be on the same page. Everybody needs to know not to reinforce the unwanted behaviors, be it the excitement and we're petting them because they love us, they miss us, yeah, or the insecurity, you know. And I think Courtney and I had the conversation. The biggest problem with these insecure dogs is people still try to approach them. The dog is showing you, hey, I'm not comfortable. And the people say, it's okay, I'm a nice person, I'll pet you anyway. And that is such a recipe for disaster that you have to tell these people. And if you have to get nasty about it, no, my dog's in training, stay the hell away. It's for your dog's benefit. Do that without anger and the frustration. Do that calmly, by the way, when you yell at people, because if you yell at the people with the anger and frustration, your dog's going to read it. So when I'm dealing with it, and I'm going to be dealing with it later today, and I'm really, really hoping for all you folks that have leash reactivity that I get this on camera. And I'm going to try to record first the owner with his dog. We're going to a public park with a dog that is leash reactive. We're going to work with this dog to break him. And I'm going to record the owner. He already gave me permission. And then I'm going to ask him when I take the leash for him to record me with the leash so you guys can see leash reactivity is a misunderstanding. Most of the time created by the human. So we're hoping. I mean, guys, I got a new phone just so I can record this. This should be a real great video. As soon as I get it done, I'm gonna try to figure out how to upload it because this is now and get it out on my YouTube channel and my Facebook page. Michelle, if you're still on here, I'll put it out on your Facebook page if that's okay with you. But that will go a long way because here we're going to deal with a leash reactive German Shepherd, guys, big dog. And we're going to show you, as scary as that is, it doesn't need to be, and it can be fixed quickly if you stick to my 4 C's of dog training. I sound like a broken freaking record, don't I? I got to bore you guys sometimes. It is real important that you guys pay attention not only to what I'm saying when I get this on video, but watch and try to feel the energy through the recording. Watch my timing on my leash corrections. Watch my timing on my praise, turning those no's into yeses, because those are so important. And here's what I was thinking about it when I was watching this gentleman yesterday with his dog with the treats. Here's the problem with the treats to redirect the dog to a different behavior. Once the treat is gone, what happens? It went right back to doing what it was doing. And I observed the dog. I wasn't I was talking to the gentleman, but I was observing the dog. The dog would start reacting. He would the dog would automatically look towards his owner to see if he was going into his pocket to get the treat. If he didn't, he continued the action. As soon as he saw his hand move into the pocket, the dog came and sat. As soon as he finished eating the treat, bam, right back. So there was no consistency. There was no timing. Nothing was in sync, and the dog was just like, okay, I do this, I get a treat. I do this, okay, I'm not getting a treat. I'll go back to doing what I'm doing. And it's not that I'm against treat training. Problem with treat training is you're not timing it. We're waiting for the unwanted behavior. Then we're trying to redirect the dog with the treat. But the dog's mind's already escalated. It wants the food so it's not so high that it won't take the food. But its mind is still, I want to play with Zoe. I want to play with Zoe. Oh, give me my treat. I'm going to go play with Zoe. The treat was given too late. The treat was given too late because the dog already got into an excited state of mind. So if I was to do with treats, what I would be doing is the same theory I'm telling you guys. Boopy, Buddy's nickname. The same thing I'm telling you to do with your leash corrections is catch it at early signs. So if you're going to work with treats, and again, I have no problem with that, is when you're walking and you see the other dog, because usually you'll see it first, look at your dog. As soon as you start seeing any change in demeanor, that's when you show the treat and get them to focus away from the other dog to focus on you. So you become more relevant than the dog. The treat is still more relevant. And I'll get to that in a second. We're going to talk about that. Judy says you're exactly right. As soon as Buddy gets his treat, he goes right back to the hyper behavior because the treat is not calming him down. And the worst part about when we give treats, we're giving it to them in the heightened state of mind, the hyper state of mind, which is rewarding that state of mind. If that makes sense. So if I was to do treats, what I would do is, okay, I got your focus now. You want the treat? In order for you to get the food, you got to work for your food. You have to calm down. Once I see that state of mind change, it could be at a 5 and I get it to a 4, I'm going to reward the 4. Because the next time it's going to go to a 4, I'm going to reward the 3, and so on and so forth. It's giving the treats at the right time. When I see people treat training their dogs is they're still giving the dog the treat in the heightened state of mind. You're rewarding that mind. Guys, please stop. You're not teaching your dog anything. All it's teaching is I get this excited. I get food. Yay for me. Courtney, great comment. Last night she read that once they cross the threshold, it is too late. It is absolutely too late. And that's why I use that 0 to 10 scale, guys. And I talk about it a lot. 0 being asleep and 10 being Satan's child, and that could be excitement, aggression, whatever. So to me, that 0 to 10 scale is not politically correct, but I call it the stupidity scale. Logic dictates it's easier to stop things at a lower level. My biggest issue I see with people that have reactive dogs, excitement, aggression, insecure dogs, whatever, is they wait for the explosion. So you're walking, dog sees another dog, goes to that from 3 to 8 that quick. Then we start correcting. Good luck. That's all I got to say is good luck. It's so hard. And when I was doing the evaluation with Courtney, I forgot the dog's name. I'm so bad with names, on a leash, and I made a firm correction. Why? Because by the time I put the dog on the leash, the dog was at a 6 or 7. So I needed to correct that a 7 or an 8. It wasn't to hurt the dog, but I had to be at a higher level of intensity to unlock that dog's brain. So when a dog goes to an 8, you need to correct at a 9. But my problem is when most people correct that high, they hold so much tension on the leash, the dog actually escalates. That's why calm confidence. So when I did my correction at 7 or 8 or 6 or 7 or whatever it was that I did my correction, It wasn't out of anger. It wasn't out of frustration. And it was a pop and right back to relaxation. And he got it so quick. It was amazing. I think I blew Courtney's mind how quickly the dog just switched because my timing of my corrections were good. And they were at the right level of intensity. So the dog understood it. Nancy has 2 questions. I'm thinking I'm doing my leash corrections incorrectly. Will your video show the proper way to do it? Yes, it will. It will actually show you, because I know Courtney asked me that question too, and I do not have a good video on my YouTube channel of showing a proper leash correction. But this one with the reactive dog, it almost definitely will. But the best way I can describe that leash correction is if I took off my belt, which I'm not going to do because my pants will fall down, and I want to make that snapping sound, when you fold the belt in half and you go snap, how quick is that? In order to make it do it right, it's bam, and right back to relaxation. Almost if you could visualize a rattlesnake bite, bam. That's what the leash correction has to be. So if my collar is the leash, it's boom. That quick with the right intensity, without the anger, without the frustration, without trying to throw the dog into the wall when I'm making a leash correction. You need, and that's why I don't like the harnesses, because think about it. If you're on a harness, you're correcting the dog's entire body. That requires more energy and effort and can hurt the dog. With the martingale collar, or slip leash, or prong, whatever it may be, that goes up high behind the ears, you're correcting what you want to correct, which is the head, the brain. And the correction is designed to unlock the brain. It's no different, guys, than during, when the old time movies, if somebody was hysterical, calm down, calm down, and finally they smack somebody in the face. The smack in the face wasn't designed to hurt them. It was designed to unlock the brain. So I hope that makes sense. Secondly, Trixie, when walking, will drop it for a treat, but won't do it otherwise. How do I wean her off of treats? Okay, weaning off of treats is real important, guys. Because one, we're going to have a bunch of overweight dogs. And I want your dog to respond to you. So how I would do it now is start implementing. She picks up a stick, whatever you want her to drop. No, pop it a leash, drop it. Start using your nose for picking up the unwanted object. The no is the discipline. Remember, if we don't want a dog to do this behavior, X behavior, it's one discipline sound. No or nope or hey or eh, or whatever sound you're going to use. And then when she drops it, praise first. Praise. Good girl. Then give it a treat. Do it again. She picks up something. No. Drop it. Good girl. Slow down on the treat. Instead of giving it to her a second after, make it 5 seconds or 10 seconds so she stays focused on you. And then eventually, nope, drop it, wait, pet. Praise and pet. Then keep repeating it. You're weaning her off the treats. Otherwise, she'll go into withdrawal. We don't want her going into withdrawal. So we're going to wean her off. And then maybe after every 5 times, give a treat. And then every 10 times, and eventually get rid of treats. But what you want to do is do the duration of how long it takes you to give the treat. So all of a sudden, that treat is not so valuable. It's the waiting for, the anticipation. And then eventually, 10 seconds, pet, good girl, let's go. Hope that made sense. I got a martingale collar that is correct length according to measurements, but I don't think it releases right away. She has long hair. Okay, if you got the martingale collar with the chain on it, I don't like those. Those do not release as quick as the ones that are all nylon. So the collar itself is nylon, and that loop is nylon. If that loop part, the part that creates the tension, is a chain, I don't think they've mastered a quick release on it. So I don't know which martingale type of collar you got, but guys, if I recommend martingale collars, and it's all nylon, it should release. Then I have it's hard for me to say. I'd have to actually see it. but hopefully won't have to make the corrections that much longer, because I think if you work towards it, and again, the release comes from you. It's pop back to relaxation. So it's boom, right back to boom. Is a slip collar the best type? Um, I don't like the ones that just slip over their heads, because then they can slip over the other way. I like martingale collars. Slip leashes are very good because it's a leash and collar all in one. Um, as far as actual collars, I prefer the martingale collar, or martingale style, or martindale, or however the heck it's said, style. I can text you the link on Amazon for that if you want after I get off here. They're very good collars. You just got to size the right type to the dog. And guys, remember, when you're using collars during the training journey, because that's what this is, it's a journey, it's not a job. Make it tighter than you would like, please. You want to try to keep it high behind the ears at all times. Don't make it tight enough to choke your dog. Emily has a martingale, so use the same thing on Buddy. You always want to keep, especially when you're in training mode, the collar as high behind the ears as possible. You will have much, much better control. If it sits down low on the neck, this is their strongest part. We don't want to deal with that. We're not trying to physically control them. So why would I want to deal with the strongest part of their neck? The higher, the better. So when I work with dogs with my slip leash, I make sure it's up high. Yes, I may have to readjust it a billion times, but that's okay. But make it tighter than you really think. It shouldn't be just be able to free fall back down to the strongest part of the neck. It's real important, because you'll see if it's down here, your corrections need to be harder to get the same control than when they're up here. And nobody wants to control their dog with a lot of pop. So if you just take that advice, try to keep it high behind the ears, even if you have to readjust it, and then make your subtle corrections. And remember, if your dog's at a 3, you need to correct at a 4. If they're at a 5, you need to correct at a 6, and so on and so forth. Your level of confidence needs to be at a higher level than what they are. And I don't care if they're at a 10. You need to correct at 11, but you need to stay calm. Because if you do any of your corrections with anger, with frustration, and I'm going to put that up here because I like the saying, if you guys try to do any of the corrections and you're angry, you're frustrated, your dog will not respond to you the way you would want them to respond to you. But if you use my no nonsense approach, no means no. Why? Because I said so. Without the conversation, why are you doing this? Stop embarrassing me in public, whatever it may be. Why are you jumping on? It doesn't matter why. Forget the question. No, I don't like this behavior. Let me teach you a better way to do it. And when you start that journey of teaching how to turn the no into a yes, your dog is happier, you're happier, people surrounding you are happier, and it's just a win-win for everybody. Because remember, it's so important to say no to your dog. It's even more important to turn the no into a yes. I did this when I was at Courtney's home with the evaluation. When the dog both dogs calmed down, I praised. So I got the insecure dog out of the insecure state of mind. I got the happy-go-lucky goofball out of the happy-go-lucky goofball state of mind. I had both dogs on the leash, laying down by my side, relaxing with a stranger in the home. And I praised that. And I praised it. And it was beautiful. It was beautiful to witness for me. I mean, I see this a lot, and it's still every time I see it, it's beautiful. And it's great when I see the owner's expression that, wow, this could happen. Because I've said this before. The dog straight chilling. It was great. The expression. Yes, I will post a link. I think I can post it on here. on the comments on my Facebook page, Back to Basics Facebook page, as well as Remember Me Rescues, because I don't know which groups you guys are on. And anybody who's coming through on Remember Me Rescues, I've said this week in, week out. Go to my Facebook page, Back to Basics Dog Training SC. Follow, like, whatever it's called. I will definitely see comments so much quicker, and I can respond so much quicker on my own Facebook pages. I do get to the ones. Somebody posted something this morning on Remember Me Rescues. I do see them. I just don't see them as quickly because Michelle does such a great job. She gets so many comments. It's like overwhelming sometimes. But if you guys put those comments in on mine, I'll definitely get it quicker. And more of my stuff gets posted on, of course, Back to Basics. You're quite welcome, big sis. Thank you. I tried my best to give you guys the information to make it easier for you. Good. More people on the Back to Basics page. It's so much easier to get to where, my information. I am so excited to be able to do that. Hopefully this recording works today as well as I hope. And it's a little windy out, so I don't know how the noise is going to be. But anybody who's watched any of my videos on YouTube know I am transparent. There's going to be no editing on these videos. It's going to be what it is. I'm going to record him. I'll probably cut. And me taking over the leash, and he'll be recording. They're not going to be edited. They're going to be as transparent could be, because that's real world, guys. So if the dog acts like an idiot, even with me handling the leash, it's going to show, because that's reality. And I try to be as real as possible with you guys, because that's what we need in this world. We don't need the false narratives. We don't need all this garbage. Will the video be on YouTube or here? It will be on both. I'll probably post it on YouTube and then link it. Post it on YouTube and then put the link in on Facebook, or I'll probably put it on, I don't know. That's all complicated for me. I'm getting old. This is modern technology, the social media stuff. I'll try to put it on both, but the odds are, I think most likely it'll be on YouTube, and then I'll just put the link in the Facebook. If that should work, I would assume. Yeah, that'll work. I've done that with my Mastering the Walk videos. Sorry, you got me thinking about modern technology now. So, guys, remember the 4 C's of dog training: calm, confidence, consistency gets control. Even with Judy and Hal, with Buddy. I met Buddy. Buddy is a goofball. He doesn't need to be. And I got news for you. Those happy-go-lucky, high-energy, excited dogs don't want to be in that state of mind. Think about if you were in that state of mind all day long. That's exhausting. Calm is better. And it's our job to keep calm. And the kicker is that I'm going to use Courtney's case as an example. She's got the happy-go-lucky goofball. She's got the insecure dominant dog. And the methods are going to be the exact same, because it's going to start with calm confidence. And we're going to reward them every single time they're calm. And I do believe once we really fix the happy-go-lucky, that insecure dog may change automatically, because it's going to feel like, I don't have to deal with that. That's easier. So it's the beauty of it. And guys, and Courtney, it's not I'm picking on you or anything like that. Most of the time I get called in when there's multiple dogs. 99% of the times I get called in when there's multiple dogs, and they're saying, this is the dog with the problem. What I find, it's the other dog actually causing the problem. It's just, this is the dog that is acting out. But what's triggering the acting out, in my opinion? And that's more important to fix than the actual reaction. Good. We may record your sessions too, because I think people need to see this to help them. This is This is going to be so much fun. This journey that Courtney and I and her dogs and her parents are going to go on is going to be so much fun, because when they have that Oprah aha moment, that's the reward. That's when they give me that yes, is that Oprah aha moment. And that's why I say, guys, this is a journey. This is not a struggle. This is a journey. We're going to take some, I think months ago I used an analogy when I talked about dog training to see how my mind works, warped or not warped. To me, when I'm working with these dogs and I'm going on this journey, I've in my mind I'm visualizing that Ming vase. And that Ming vase, if you think about it, started off as a lump of freaking clay that we molded and we molded and we molded into this beautiful piece of art. And that's what the dogs are to me. They're the beautiful piece of art. But the key that we got to remember when we're doing this and we're creating this Ming vase on, spinning it and we're molding it and we're doing all this stuff, is that every so often what we're doing, it collapses. And we don't get disgusted and take that lump of clay and throw it. No, what do? We start going and redoing it. So during this journey of dog training, sometimes we take steps back to continue to go forward. And that's okay. Because once we start doing that, the dog truly knows we speak their language. The people, when we're doing this journey of training and the dog has a setback and then people get angry, but you just did this really good last week. I don't understand. The dog, it's so confused. That's that lump of clay falling. So we're going to remold it. Okay, you made a mistake. Let's regroup, take a step back so we can move forward. It happens. I've made mistakes in my life. I try to learn from every mistake I made so I don't make the same mistake again. Dogs are going to make mistakes in this journey. Your job as their pack leader is to say, okay, poo-poo happens. Disagree with it. Let's move forward. Don't say why. Don't care why. Who cares? You made a mistake. It happens. And if you can start going back into that's that calm mindset that I'm talking about. So no matter what these dogs throw at me, I stay calm. And I don't care. I've worked with truly aggressive dogs that want to rip my face off. I stay calm. Actually, I stay calmer because I need them to understand calm. But I would treat that same truly aggressive dog that's out for blood the same way I would treat that happy-go-lucky goofball. Because it's all about the energy. Why is the dog aggressive? Don't know, don't care. I know I don't like it. I need to help this dog past that point of its life. And I may use different tools. I may use a muzzle on a truly aggressive dog. I may use a prong collar or an e-collar, depending on why it's aggressive. But in all the years I've been doing this, I think I ran into 2 truly aggressive dogs. Most of them are fear aggressive. Fear is easy to overcome. It just takes time. Remember, everything is based on what your dog picks up. Courtney's dogs, I think, are going to pick this up real, real quick. I think Courtney's going to pick it up real, real quick. Mom and Dad, I don't know yet. Because the end result is so worth it, guys. And that's what we're going for. We're going for the end result. And that's the vision you need to work on when you're working with your dogs. So if you're Mom will be slow. I have a good thing with Mom, so I may get through it. What Dad will crush it. When I'm working with your dogs or I'm working with any dog or whatever, I'm visualizing the outcome, what I want, not what I think they might do. I need to visualize what I expect from them. So we're going on the journey. My vision is sitting on a beach with my tie in my hand, an umbrella over my head, listening to the sound of the ocean. That's what I'm not visualizing the potholes on the way to the beach. I'm visualizing the outcome because that changes my energy. If I think, oh my God, my dog's going to see another dog, it's going to react. odds are it's going to react because I'm already reacting to it. And I don't even know what's going to happen. So always visualize what you want. If you want a calm dog, you got to be calm. And you got to visualize what you want from your dog. And when they make the mistake, stay calm, correct them, unlock the brain, get them into a calm state of mind, and reward that state of mind. Stop giving them treats when they're in that excited state of mind. Make them earn the treat. Make the mind change. So if they're at a 5, they go to a 4. That's a change. Yes. And when I say give treats, it could just be that simple yes and a pat on the head. Doesn't have to be food all the time. So with that being said, I do got to get ready for a 1 o'clock session. So if there are no other questions, we're going to probably wrap it up. I will be live again Tuesday evening, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for your listening. And thank you for this. Lisa says, good luck making the video. Sounds like we all want and need to see it. I think it's going to go a long way. I hope this video comes out the way, guys. I really, really do. I've been trying to get a video for this out there. Trish, you're quite welcome. Nancy, you're welcome. Guys, I'm excited about the future for all of you and all your dogs. My future with helping you with your dogs. This is such an enjoyable part of my week. It was not a good week for me. My highlights this week were Tuesday when I did my live, Wednesday when I got the privilege of meeting Courtney, and hi Mary, and today doing the live for you guys. It's amazing how it takes me out of my rut doing these. So I appreciate you guys being here more than you ever will know. Please remember to share my information out with your friends and fellow family around the country and around the world and fellow dog lovers, because truly together we can help one dog and one family at a time. We just need to get the word out. With that being said, guys, thank you for inviting me into your homes this Saturday morning, every Saturday morning. It's truly an honor and a privilege to be here with you guys. As always, stay healthy, stay safe. God bless. And remember, together we can help one dog and one family at a time. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys, and we'll see you Tuesday night.